shit-faced after this. Madam from McKnight and Carlson Wines.
I'm Lee from the Oshkosh Beer Blog.
Okay, what do we got today?
This is like the episode where session beer goes to die. We've got a new brewery, Shorts Brewing Company of Bel Air, Michigan. Which Bel Air is, we were just saying, is way up there.
Yeah.
It's like not in the UP, but I mean in the northern part of the mitten.
Sure.
Off on the kind of like the west side. Do you know why it's named Shorts?
No.
I didn't either. I just found this out.
Okay,
The guy's
let's
name
hear it.
is Joe Short.
Ah, okay.
It was
Fair
a little
enough.
simpler than I thought it would be. But we're just starting to get their beers now.
Yeah.
And,
Are we the? They distribute to Illinois, right?
Well, they're in 5 states now: Illinois,
Okay.
Indiana, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Wisconsin.
Okay.
And up until last year, they said Michigan only, Michigan forever.
Yeah.
They had this deal that they were only going to distribute in Michigan.
Uh-huh.
But now, I mean, they've said that the Michigan market is so saturated that they have enough capacity to go elsewhere, and brewers want to brew at capacity.
Yeah.
So now they're off into these Midwestern states.
Well, I imagine one thing we just talked about was how many different beers Shorts make. I said, when you make 50 SKUs, I'm sure fighting for shelf space is rather difficult.
It's got to be. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I knew of this brewery. When I started looking into it, I believe it was last year, they bottled something like 50 different beers.
Yeah.
That's an incredible amount of beer.
So it's hard to fight for shelf space when you make that many beers.
And they're gotten. I mean, they started in 2004 as a brew pub, and now they're Michigan's third largest brewer behind Bell's and Founders.
Really?
So I mean,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they just surpassed New Holland, I guess, last year.
That's a big feat. I mean, New Holland makes a lot of beer.
So they're definitely growing.
Wow.
And their beers all tend to be of a certain character where, I mean, they're using a lot of different ingredients, getting a lot of different flavor, and they tend to be big.
Yep.
So let's start off with
Bel Air Brown.
Bel Air Brown, yeah. So they're located in Bel Air, Michigan.
Yeah.
That's the deal with that.
Okay.
And they describe it as I think a classic American brown ale.
Okay.
But at 7% ABV.
It ain't classic.
Yeah, it's got some stuff happening here.
Nice packaging always, I've seen.
I mean, there's a burst of malt coming out here.
Sweet malt, yeah.
Man.
I think it smells great.
It does. A lot of caramel and like toasty and toffee and big malt aroma. Wow.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, for 7% beer,
yeah.
When I smelled that malt aroma, I thought this is going to be a thick, viscous
Rich
beer.
No, it's not.
It's really not. It actually does drink like a classic brown ale.
To me, not so much brown ale, and again, the yeast character is wrong, but kind of Bach or a Doppelbock style.
Yeah, it's got like a nuttiness
Yeah,
too, like almonds or something. Wow, I can't get over that aroma. That's really something.
You're right, absolutely. I get kind of a nuttiness as well. I really like this a lot.
I do too. I'm surprised.
I wish this was a hair lower ABV because this would be a great drinking beer.
Yeah.
But a couple of these, I'd be ready to party.
You'd be just getting ready to party.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I'm surprised by it because I mean that aroma just presented itself to me as this is going to be a big, heavier sort of
rich beer.
Yeah. But it's very drinkable.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
All right, so far so good.
1 for 1 Shorts. The other 49 today.
Okay, now we're gonna veer off and to some different
Somewhere
territory.
strange.
So this is Soft Parade.
Soft Parade, and not to the Doors album.
Yes. Are you a big Doors fan?
I like the Doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you. So this is they're using flaked rye, and then raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries.
Yeah.
So like I said, they like to put a lot of
ingredients.
A lot of stuff going into their beer.
Throw a lot of stuff at the wall and see what's delicious.
Yeah. So this one is 7.5% ABV, 7.5. So we're moving right up the scale.
Have a nice rose petal color.
Yeah, that's a good
slightly
description.
orangey too.
Yeah.
The nose is good. Oh Jesus. I got allergies, so I'm not really.
It's not as
effusive.
And I don't know, maybe it's that Bel Air brown, but it's definitely not as aromatic as what I was thinking it would be with all that fruit in there.
Just kind of a slightly tart or acidic aroma.
It's almost got like a wine-like character, you know, like in the aroma.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah, I mean the fruit is there.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not sweet. I'm guessing they're adding these fruits prior to fermentation.
Yeah.
Because it definitely
takes the sugar out.
Yeah, and it dries. It's a drier beer.
Yeah. This 7.5%.
7.5, and I want like, to me rye always is more like tangy, almost sour. You know, a lot of people say it's spicy and I get that. For me, it's more of like a tanginess, and I'm picking that up out of here.
And it's dry too.
It is dry.
Yeah, crisp, dry.
And we followed. I mean, we're following a beer that's especially rich. I wonder if that's part of this too.
Maybe the wrong order. I think this is nice.
I do
but
too.
I think, excuse me, at 7.5%, it can't be a session beer, and a beer like this is meant to be refreshing and fruity. But in what setting do you drink this beer?
And it's a sort of beer that, with that dryness, makes me think about having another.
Yeah.
I mean, that's at that alcohol level. That's gonna be a tough one.
You could have 2.
Yeah.
3. That's it.
It's a nice beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But kind of, again, light and refreshing, but not light on the ABV.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not, I mean, when you think of like some of these fruit beers, it's not like, like a New Glarus Belgian.
No, it's not. It's not that heavy on the fruit flavor.
Yeah.
So I guess verdict through 2 is I'd like these beers better if they were 5% alcohol, but I do like them.
I do too. I like them quite a bit. I totally hear what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, at that alcohol level, it gets a little bit hard to.
Yeah.
Especially if you like to have more than one.
As we do here on the Oshkosh Beer Show.
Okay, so obviously today.
Yeah.
Third one is an American IPA, Controversial. And this, I'm not sure what the backstory of this is. It used to be named something else.
Okay, that's probably what.
Hangin' Frank, or something like that. So
they had to change it.
This is their spring seasonal. So we should mention the first 2, and then the last one will have the Lupalicious. Those are part of their flagship series. Okay. So there's going to be 5 beers that'll be, you'll find constantly. Yeah. But this is their spring seasonal, the Controversial.
So this is supposed to be all Simcoe.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, right away.
I mean, to me, Simcoe often comes across as like catty.
Yeah.
And I'm getting that right out of here.
Or sweaty.
It's definitely a lot of dry hopping going on here. I mean, there's a really big presence of that Simcoe.
They said they call it an IPA, but they said it's closer to a pale ale because of all the kind of late hopping, and there's not as much extracted bitterness to it.
It's pale ale color.
Yeah,
we've got that.
Yeah,
nice little haze in there.
They said it's like fresh baked sourdough with a fresh marmalade, like grapefruit marmalade.
I get the marmalade.
It smells very nice.
Oh, that's nice. Again, I mean, it's a 6.5% ABV beer.
Yeah.
But it doesn't drink that way.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, it's like very smooth and salad.
And I think the one consistent with these 3 is the mouthfeel. They're all medium plus, which I think you can attribute to the ABV, which is nice because this is not. It's got session beer like flavors, but it's not a session beer.
You mentioned something about sourdough.
Yeah.
I'm totally getting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely like a kind of sourdough, that twang,
Yeah. I like that a lot.
I do too. You know what this is, I'll bet? There's a malt made by Breeze named Special Roast that has that kind of tang, that sourdough kind of thing. I'll bet that they're using that in here. So do you know, is this a single hop beer?
Yeah.
It's all Simcoe.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see our cheat sheet here. Tribute to Simcoe hops. So.
Yeah. Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, at this point now they're just going to keep getting better. Mm-hmm. We have 5 more beers to go, and we'll.
All right. And then the next one,
Huma
Lupalicious.
Lupalicious. I just cannot say this. This is the one that I always heard so much about.
Yeah, me too.
This is their big
this
IPA.
One's been popular for a while.
7.7% ABV. And I remember one of the things I remember is when that beer, when I first started hearing about it, they were saying it was 125 IBUs, something like that. Now,
something ridiculous.
Yeah, I looked on their website and they're saying it's 96 IBUs, so they've dialed that back a little bit, but.
Yeah, they're always a popular vendor at Great Taste in the Midwest. There's always people lined up around the block to see what kind of wacky concoction they've.
Well, I mean, they've got a great reputation.
Yeah,
they
do.
And they do a lot of wild stuff.
Yeah.
Which I kind of, like Bel Air, Michigan is like, it's another one of these really small towns, like population 1,000.
Yeah.
And how do you
end up doing this sort of
becoming
thing?
the third largest brewery in Michigan from this small town when you're doing this sort of stuff? Oh, okay. There's like some Columbus in here. You get that dank.
Yeah. Resinous. Kind of.
A lot of pine.
Mm-hmm. This is for like classic Northwest.
There's a pretty significant bed of malt here too.
Yeah.
There's almost like I like this. It's like there's a malt sweetness there.
Yeah.
And then you get in that piney, resinous
you get a
kind of punch from the hops.
Yeah. Oh, I like it. This is more classical.
Yeah, definitely.
But in a good way.
When I remember when these Midwestern brewers started doing IPAs. Mm-hmm. This is kind of
the first
shot like that, where the bitterness, they're not shy about bitterness. It's there,
Well, and on the malt framework, significant malt framework. I remember the first time I had Central Waters Illumination Double IPA. I had a bottle of it this year, and I still remember what it tasted like when it first came out. It was just super rich, malty, and then piney, resinous, dank hops that just kind of, melded so well with the malt character. And this year's was just like, it's all hops, and there's still, it's a 10% beer, so there's a malt backbone, but it's all hops now.
You see, and that's what
a lot of dry hop.
I that's fine. I like it, but if you're getting up to those alcohol levels, I want to taste the malt too. I like that.
Well, there's something to be said for kind of having our own provenance, our own style in this region, and I think this is cool. I think this is good.
This is definitely within that framework of those Midwestern style IPAs. I like this a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
And
it's a hearty IPA.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not dainty. It's not about so much like the artistry of late hopping. There's a lot happening here.
4.5%. And you can smell it across the room as soon as you open the bottle or can.
But this one, so that's 7.7% ABV.
Yeah.
This one drinks like 7%.
Yeah, it does.
It feels like a big beer.
But it's good.
I think that's my favorite of the bunch.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it. It's a great beer.
Yeah, I do too.
And it's it's not. I don't know the hop bill on this, but I'm guessing it's something like Columbus, Centennial, Cascade. It's got that more of that
kind of
classic, which to me always kind of builds up into this orangey sort of piney thing. I like that quite a bit.
I get orange marmalade characteristic out of this.
Oh yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah.
So none of these beers are available yet.
Yeah.
Do you know when they're going to start hitting the shelves?
We'll have to ask our good friend Dave Toman from Lee Beverage as to when they'll be hitting the market, but I would assume he's got samples. It'll be sometime in June, if not the end of this month of May. I
would look for these. Now, if you're if you're into hops, I would definitely go for the
there's still bitterness lingering on the back of my palate
That's
now.
Great. So. That's great. And if you're into malt, that Bel Air.
Yeah, the brown ale is delicious.
Excellent.
Stuff. Yeah.
But I ended up, if you're into Simcoe, if you like Catbox and Sweat, that Controversial is good beer too. So, well, this would be good seeing them come in.
Short's welcome in the market, and good stuff.
Okay, well,
all right,
we're out of beer.
Yeah,
well, you're not.
Yeah.
Looks like I won this episode.
Ha! Cheers.